Apron Inc. First up, matchmaker and modern dating coach Laura Jacob joins me to give you, it says in my prompter us, I'm not saying us, I'm saying you, practical tips and no-nonsense advice for dating and dating during the holidays. I can't even imagine what that looks like. Now, it says here, modern dating. You know, dating is just so weird. Now, Laura, I don't even bother with it. Like all of these apps and things, like sum all that craziness up for me. I don't even have a clue anymore. I don't even try because dating is so weird. What is going on?
Well, that's why I call it modern dating coach, because I feel like a lot of people are lost. You're definitely not the only one. It's hard to sum up, you know. I mean, there's dating apps, then you can hire a matchmaker, which I also do and my team does. Dating is weird now. It's different. People are meeting digitally. They're looking at people like products. So it's definitely different than when our parents met or even when our grandparents met.
Oh my gosh, you just said they're looking at people like products. I mean, really, do we do that now? Is that what that whole swipe left, swipe right thing is? Like looking at people like products?
Unfortunately, I feel like it is. I think the humanity has been taken out of dating. You know, a lot of people forget that this is a real human, and people are just like, no, 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 I want a blonde, I want a brunette, I want someone thinner. It's really awful. So I have to always remind my clients, you know, this is a human being on the other side. Also, if someone says something to you on the app that you don't like, a lot of people are just like, unmatched. I mean, this is a person. Hear them out a little bit before you just cut them off. So
yeah, because there are people in your family that you don't agree with. That doesn't make them a horrible person, right?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Now, I should have asked you this. This should have been the first question, and I just jumped right into it. But you're like a matchmaker and a modern dating coach. First, like, what is that? What do you? I mean, what all do you do?
So matchmaking is a very curated process of finding, you know, whatever my client is looking for. So they hire me as basically a personal dating assistant instead of going on the app. So, you know, I meet all their potential candidates in person, screen them, see what they're looking for, interview them, really get to know them. And we work together in a 6-month or even 1-year process to find them the one. Or maybe they've been married before and they're looking for that second marriage and they don't want to have kids or something. Usually it's a very specified want, and they're sick of the apps and they want to outsource their dating life. That's what matchmaking is.
Wow. So you meet them, like not the person, like you meet them. How's the person take that? Like, are they okay with that? It's kind of like being interviewed for a job, I feel.
Well, sort of. It's sort of like being set up by a good friend. It's like if your friend said to you, hey, I know this person, I vouched for them, I think they're really great, you should go on a date with them. You know, of course, we show photos and bio and everything, but we actually meet this person. And so it's different than an app. There's some accountability. I mean, I really think it's great. We have a lot of success with our matchmaking process.
It's too funny. This is a sad thing I'm thinking about here. But you know how in today's world, because I do news, Laura, okay, so forgive me, you know, you always worry about, am I going to be safe? So the person that hired you, they're safe because they didn't go, but how much do you worry about your safety? Because you don't know these people. I mean, they can be Ted Bundy. You don't know.
No, we screen everybody, and a lot of our clients are referrals. So it's like, hey, you know, I really think my friend would benefit from your service. I'm going to refer you to them. People are very Googleable these days. I mean, if you're in our database, we've definitely, you know, screened you, at least had a FaceTime phone call with you. Things are virtual now, so there's ways around that. But definitely dating apps, you can feel unsafe because you don't know who you're meeting sometimes if you haven't really looked into that person.
Yeah, I tell my sister that all the time. So let's just get through some tips and things like that, because I know people really want that, especially during this time of the year, you know, because you know you're going to go to your mama's house, and if you go alone, she's going to say, you didn't bring your boyfriend, or you don't have a, right? That's always the first question. So should I go out with somebody just for the sake of not being alone on the holiday? Like, don't, what's the suggestion?
I always say no, do not do this, because if you're not single, you can't meet someone great. The last thing you want to do is bring like a filler partner with you to a family event or a Christmas party. And then what if someone's there that you really have your eye on? Well, you're not single.
That's funny. That's true. Yeah, so this is one of the things where don't fake it till you make it. Just don't do it.
No, and I think it'll make you feel more lonely, honestly, to be like, I'm not really into this person. Just don't do it.
It's so funny. If the hardest thing too for the holiday, say for instance you've only been dating somebody, I don't know, for like a month or 2 months or something, and now it's Christmas or New Year. You know, how much do you do for that person? Like, you know, there's a breakdown of when you're married, it's paper, it's gold, it's this or that. But what's the breakdown for when you're dating? What do you get somebody you've been with for a month or 2 months, or do you even bother getting something? Or do you know what I'm asking?
Yeah, of course. I always think it's not about the length of time. It's about where is the relationship going. So are you dating a month and is it super casual, or are you dating a month and you guys have already discussed your future? You've defined the relationship, you know? When I started dating my fiance for a month, you know, the holidays were coming up and, you know, he got me a huge, great present, and I did the same for him because I knew it was serious. So I think it really depends, like, where is the relationship going, not about the length of time.
Okay. When we come back, I want you to answer this question.
Okay.
I know what I think, but you're the expert. Should you get engaged on a holiday, like a big holiday, the whole family's there, or even if the family's not there, on a holiday? We'll answer that question when we get back. Stay with us. We're going to have to take a quick break. Should you get engaged on a holiday? Because then what happens if you get divorced? Then every day on that holiday, you're going to think that's the day he engaged, you got engaged. That's the only reason I asked that question. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more tips.